My goal all throughout school was just to blend in as much as I could. Like, I was trying my best to not stand out. So, of course, I was constantly studying people's behaviors. I was studying the makeup trends and everything and doing everything that I could to fit in because I was so scared of standing out. Because I knew that the more that I blended in and like the prettier I was and everything, then the more everybody could overlook everything else. And if I kept my mouth shut, then I was less likely to be found out because it was once I spoke where I would slip up, right? And so I would just be quiet. I would just follow people around. I would let people approach me. And if I did interact, I tried my best to mimic those around me. But, anyways, I tried to dress the way they did. I tried to behave the way that they did. I tried to act the way that they did. And I remember feeling like, like moments where I would speak and I wouldn't get found out. I felt like it was a success. Like, yes, like I've assimilated. Um, and I am just like, dude, I became aware at a very early age how to abuse my pretty privilege. I learned how to do hair and makeup and how to keep up with the trends as a way of survival, to the point that I didn't know who I was for a really long time because I didn't know what I really liked because I was just doing everything that everybody else wanted me to do, right? And then so once I got to college and there was more freedom and you're not around the same peers and everything and you're not seeing the same people every day, then it's like I kind of had room to mess up because it wasn't going to be caught because I'm not seeing the same people every day. I don't have to maintain the same character. Um, and people just start to not care as much once you get a little bit older. And then lots happened in my life. I started finally figuring out some things about myself, and I'm like, damn, I put myself through hell trying to keep up with everybody else. I can't believe how much energy, like, how much of my life overall, the first 20 years of my life, was consumed by just trying to be like everybody else. And I experience this thing where I don't feel like I'm in the right body. I don't feel like the way that I feel on the inside matches how I do on the outside. I always say that my outside looks too normal, and I know that people see what I look like on the outside and they treat me based on what they assume of me. And I it's like I think about like how people would react whenever I've been thinking a lot about um like the process of getting diagnosed for autism. Like I know that once I start talking about it, people are going to look at me differently. They're going to think things. They're going to think like, well, that's not what a disabled person looks like to me. But that doesn't make my experience any less valid. It's just like I know that people are going to look at me differently. And maybe for the first time, they'll see me in a way that like I've always seen myself. Maybe it'll help me embrace the parts of myself that I've been trying to hide and pretend like aren't there. You know? Yeah.